Hello. You may know me as many things. Some may know me as Bradley Jackson. Some may know me as Rainfall. Some may know me as Harlem K. Knight. Today, this is Rain Radio, so I'm Rain Falls. Or Angel Rain if you come from my Instagram. I feel like I'm on a verge of complete breakthrough or insanity. I'm having these, what do you call them? These scales between my heart and my comfort. You see, I grew up being comfortable being invisible, not being seen. And not being seen, not in a sense of completely disregarded. I mean, not being seen in a sense of having to be a certain type of way. I have to put on a face, almost a mask, it seems like, for the people that I've cared about in my life. And where the scales seem to go through this imbalance is that with my heart is telling me, you need to get the heck away from this. And that's just me saying it in a nice way. I really want to say, you want to get the F away from this. You need to get the F away from this. That's what my heart says. That's a leap of faith. A part of me is kind of scared to do that because I would be abandoning my comforts. I was comfortable being invisible. Once I do this, I'm no longer invisible. I'm seen. And the weird backwards part of it was that with my comfort, I had a voice. But when it comes to me listening and following my heart is saying, be silent. And that is when you're going to be seen. As sad as that may sound, I'm still wrestling with comfort or heart. And it shouldn't be that difficult, right? Most people would say go with your heart, but I got a tendency to second guess from my comforts. That would be getting rid of everything, the whole way that I even approach my self-concept. That means there's no more second guessing myself. There's no more benefit of the doubt. There's no more any of that. That means a whole shift in my personality. That's the heart. But that shift in my personality would not be false to myself. That would be me being in my truth, being in my alignment. But with my comforts, that would mean that, oh, I changed. Oh, you switched up. Oh, you're selfish. Oh, you're this, you're that, you know? I feel like I've been on this journey between my comforts and my heart for so long, where my goal is always to find the balance, the win-win. But I feel like I was never in a win-win situation. If you are in a situation where your comfort and your hearts are not even aligned, like your comfort and heart should be aligned. They should be together. They shouldn't be like this, right? So I feel like this is trust myself. This is stay in the same comforts and continue to neglect myself. I don't want to neglect myself anymore. And that's what I've kind of had to come to terms with over the last 3 years. I neglect myself, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go and live the life that I want to live, be the person that I want to be, regardless of what anybody has to say. I'm not, I don't wish any ill will on leaving my comforts. They were my comforts, but there is something inside of me that's telling me you got to follow your heart, and you got to go towards being in your discomfort, because I'm telling you, you're not going to find what you're looking for with your comfort. I'm a lover, man, at heart. I'm not a hopeless romantic. I'm a true romantic. I'm a real romantic. Ain't nothing hopeless about me. Or hopeful. I'm true. I'm a true romantic to the day that I transcend. You feel me? So that's what I want. But in order for you to truly get that true love, the first person you gotta you gotta love is you, and you gotta love you truthfully, regardless of who it may upset. And sometimes it doesn't always necessarily mean you confront your comforts and you get them to change. Your comforts don't want you to change because they're comfortable with you being, with you having it as its comfort. So it's not going to, you're gonna have pushback, rather than just taking this leap and just having this change and shift in personality. Sure, you may seem like something else to other people, but that's what is the cost of wearing a mask. That's what you have to endure, because you were wearing a mask with these comforts. You weren't being your true self with these things. But now you get a chance, a new chance, to go towards something that's new. Go to something that's true for you. Even though it may be uncomfortable, you would be walking into this situation naked, with no mask, fully nude, butt booty naked. Pecs out and all. You know what I'm saying? You would be out there with that. You would no longer be playing this role. And I think I got used to playing a role. I got used to acting when I never even wanted to be an actor in the first place. I always wanted to be somebody who lives with the truth. I valued in telling the truth and being my true self. I valued being in my authenticity. And I feel like I know what I need to do. And I'm going to need help. I'm going to need help from myself. And that's why I'm making these videos for myself. To just make sure and hold myself accountable for my journey. And I'm going to watch how my life continues to improve as I take this chance, as I take off the mask and be naked and be the child that has been wounded and be the one that was in pain and be and wear that shit and not drown it out with drugs or music or anything else, like any of these other things that I partaked in to get rid of the pain, to go somewhere else, because I wanted to be somewhere else, but in my current environment. And now I have the chance to have everything that I've ever wanted. All I have to do is take off my mask and let them see me for who I really am. Let them see me for what I truly am. Let them hear your silence. Let them hear you, because they're going to hear your silence. Once you take this path, they're going to see you for who you really are, flaws and all. And whether they like it or not, it doesn't matter anymore. And that's another pain, is that you don't even care what they think anymore, because you have not disassociated and you have detached. You have detached from something that was unhealthy These comforts were unhealthy. They're not allowing you to grow. They're not allowing you to spread your wings and fly. They're not allowing you to walk out fully naked. They're telling you to put your fucking clothes on. Excuse my language, but they're telling you to put your clothes on and dance when really, truly, you just want to go out there and just be. You don't have to dance anymore. Just be. You know? And that's where I'm at. And I'm going to take the road of the heart. And I'm going to trust it. And I don't really have anything else to say. This is going to be a journey in itself, but I'm going to get to my destination. You know? I'm going to learn how to get uncomfortable. I'm going to learn how to do and rely on me. Because I'm so used to relying on my comforts. But now it's time to rely on my heart. And maybe that was my biggest fear and biggest setback, was that I didn't trust and rely on my heart. But now you can't go further until you do trust and rely on your heart. All of this stuff is going to be blocked until you do. Until you truly start to express the real you. Pain, pleasures, triumphs, setbacks, all of that. All of it. You embody all of it. Not just one part of it. All of it. You know? And I think that's what I got to do. And I don't know if I'm ready, but are you ever ready? Are you ever really ready to take a leap of faith? Sometimes you just gotta fucking jump. Excuse my language, but sometimes you just gotta freaking jump. Just gotta jump, man. You just gotta take the risk. Sometimes you gotta go talk to the girl. Sometimes you gotta go talk to the guy. Or they, or, you know, sometimes you gotta talk, right? Sometimes you just gotta do it and stop trying to be perfect, because that was another thing that was holding me. That's comforts, trying to be perfect. When heart is just saying, just be consistent. Be consistent with you. Let go of perfection. Shit ain't real. Just be consistent with who you are. And how do you be consistent with who you are? Know thyself, trust thyself. Know thyself and trust thyself. And I think that's where I'm at right now. And yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'll let you know the next video how I'm feeling again. So this was the not the first rain radio, but shoot, this was another thing. I guess I'm gonna call this, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but rain radio.